is Alina, and over the course of the next 30 minutes, we are going to be doing a tempo ride. Throughout the ride, we are going to be learning all of the riding positions, so this is a great refresher ride, or a great ride if you are new to my channel. In a tempo ride, the intervals are time-based, meaning there's going to be a set RPM down in the corner, as well as a timer. I will be coaching resistance on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being extremely light and 10 being extremely heavy. Take water breaks as you need, push yourself throughout, and let's get started. All right, team, shoulder roll to the back, set those shoulder blades back and down, brace the core, and tilt from the hip with the chest up. Let's warm up. Put on a resistance of 3 that connects you to the bike. And we are gonna find 90 RPM. A nice light resistance. Just like the grip in our hands, nice and light. Throughout this warm-up, we have 3 minutes. 2 minutes at a resistance of 3, and then we're gonna bump it up to a resistance of 4, and also speed it up a bit. Engaging the muscles, as well as lifting the heart rate. Warm-ups are so important so that we can get the most out of the efforts ahead. So if you have a monitor, be sure to use that as a reference for your RPM. And if not, no worries. Just look at my feet and follow my legs to find the beat. All right, 1 minute down already. In this ride, we don't ride to the beat of the music. We're really focused on RPM. A little bit of a change. All right, so let's talk about the ride ahead. We are gonna have 3 rounds that are 8 minutes each, with some sequences, starting with some climbs and then ending with some sprints. Going through that a total of 3 times, which will bring us to our cool down. All right, 15 more seconds-ish. Let's take a turn, make it a light to moderate gear. And take those hands wide. Start to shift the hips forward and speed it up to 100. Still in control. Let's use this minute to prepare our mind for the ride ahead. Starting to bring some intensity. That's it. Turn those wheels. So, we're gonna start right away with some 30-second climbing intervals. We're gonna take the resistance up to an 8 and learn the stand climb in 10 seconds. So start to add some gear that slows you. We're gonna stay on 85 RPM. So find that pace and hop up. In a stand climb, hands to the edges of the handlebars. Butt is back, chest is up. We move side to side. It's a hard pace to hit. Woo! Really using the core to control. 10 more seconds. We hold it and we sit for a seated climb. And take a seat. In a seated climb, hands also wide. Butt is back. To use the glutes on that beat. Now is a great time to readjust the gear if you need. Take some off, put some on, to just get on that beat. In 10 seconds, we're gonna learn the stand attack. So you can add a little bit if you want. Stand attack. This is a high knee movement. Shoulders in line with hips, core braced, hands in position 2 out wide. This position recruits the quads primarily. Make sure you're still on the beat. Starting to breathe heavy. Upper body still. Ready to take a seat? Let's take a seat. Hold it. A nice endurance block to start us off. Next up, we're going to learn our pull-back climb. A pull-back climb is similar to a stand climb, except we shift our hips further back over the saddle. So let's get into it. Hop on up, pull back. So pull your hips back as if I'm pulling you by a rope from your torso. Hands are still to the edges. In this position, we recruit more glutes and hamstrings, as well as core. All right, hold on to it. We're gonna take a seat, 30 more seconds until we recover. Take a seat. Are you still on that beat? If so, congratulations. It's not easy. All right, team. Next up, 30-second flush. We're gonna drop the gear, but hold on to it. Drop it down, down, down to a 3 out of 10. And spin out on 90. Use this time, hands in front to catch your breath. Up next, we're gonna learn all of the sprinting positions. In a sprint, we go a lot faster. We're gonna be sprinting today on 110 RPM. First up, regular 1 minute seated sprint. Hands wide, hips forward, pick it up for 1 minute. That's it, team. So, adding on a gear of 5, moderate. Hands are wide, hips are forward when we sprint. Be sure to keep those shoulder blades down. Hitting 110. Controlling the bike on 110. Halfway. Let's do this. All right, team. Really using the core here. We are gonna have a 30-second flush right after this effort. Woo! Getting those knees up. And pushing them right back down. 3, and bring the hands back in front. Shift the hips back, slow, but keep the resistance. Slowing to 90 RPM. Next up, we have a 1 minute aero race. In an aero race, we take our hands inside and accelerate. So bring those hands inside, shift your hips forward. We still have the moderate resistance and speed it up. Yeah, 110. So be sure that you have a light grip on the handlebars still. An aero race is perfect for those all-out sprints. Really focuses your mind on the work and puts you in a position where you can accelerate. Aero standing for aerodynamic. That's why we lean forward ever so slightly. Past halfway, team. Hold on to the rhythm. We got 3 sprints. This is the second of the 3. Hold on to it. 2, 1. Hands back. Slow. Up next, we got a stand sprint. In the standing sprint, we slightly shift the hips forward. We're gonna add a little bit more gear because we can use the momentum of our body. And we're gonna accelerate to 100. Ready? Add a little bit more gear. Stand it up and sprint it out. The goal is 100. If you fall just under, no worries, as long as you have the proper gear and you're feeling the intensity. So again, shifting the hips a little bit forward. Hands wherever they're comfortable on the handlebars. Hopefully not over here though. Around in the middle. Breathe. 20 more. Make the most of it. Woo! The work has begun. Up ahead. 30-second recover. All right. Push, push, push. And sit. Reduce to a 3. Take 30 seconds. You know what's up ahead, team? Round 1 done. Up ahead, we start again with that stand climb. Think about gear number 8. Throw it on, because we're gonna start 3, 2, 85, up. Second time around. We've been here before, so we can intensify. How? Maybe a little bit more gear, maybe a little bit less movement, less bouncing. More control. 10 more. Nice endurance block. 3, 2, sit and climb. Don't touch resistance. Nice and hard. Very minimal recovery in this ride. But that's okay, because we're only doing it together for 30 minutes. So we're getting on and getting off, making the most of it while we are on. Ready to get up, stand attack, hips forward, let's do it. Now in this position, it's very tempting to be moving up and down, but we want to be limiting the movement, and if anything, maybe a little movement side to side. And that's all. Quick check on the RPMs there. Back to our seated climb. Butt back. Woo! When we sit, it gets harder. Same premise. Less momentum. More work for the legs. Great time to reset the posture. Gaze forward. Up next, pull back climb. Pull back climbs, I love them. Let's get up. I feel like they're the most empowering type of climb. Definitely the hardest type. In any movement, when we lean forward, we force our hamstrings to stretch. And we force them to be used a little bit more, even if you do a leaning forward lunge. And sit. All right. Finish this 30. And then I got 30 seconds of rest for you. Second endurance round, almost done. We're moving into the sprints next. Hold on to it. Sweat is dripping. 3, 2, 1. Reduce to a 3. 90 RPM. So, 3 sprints. 1 minute each. Let's hit them hard. Get on 110 right away. and 100 in the stand sprint to make the most of them and accelerate our fitness. Ready? Put on a moderate gear. Hands wide, hips forward. Pick it up. Now, this is not an all-out sprint. We are controlling the legs. Very different feel. Not spinning out of control. It's almost harder when you have to focus on keeping that RPM steady with the proper gear. Halfway. Woo! 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, last 15. Put some energy into it. "30 seconds, flush, slow, up ahead, you know it, arrow race." This round, in order to make it more challenging, we're not going to speed it up, but your option is to add a little bit more gear, maybe from a 5 to a 6. 3, 2, take the challenge. Yes, definitely a bit heavier. With every pedal stroke, we are accelerating our fitness. Come on, Sam. We're past the halfway mark of the class. That's gotta mean something. 30 more seconds, team. Hold on to it. That's it. Perfect. Technique. Let's get crazy. 10 on the clock. Don't give up now. 3, 2, slow. All right. 30 until our stand. So when you're ready, add on a gear and get ready to stand. To make this one harder, let's get on that beat as soon as we possibly can. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Every pedal stroke, every turn of the wheel. It's difficult, I know, but it's worth it. This is your workout, your time. Now team, halfway, look down. Are you on 100? If you're not, if you're under, speed it up and hold it for at least 5 seconds. I'm working, I feel it with you guys. Right to the finish. 3, 2, 1. Flush. Drop the gear. Wow, this one is difficult. Probably should have included some longer recoveries. Oops. All right, moving into round 3. Right away, put on the 8 and get ready to stand climb. Bring it up. 85. Third time around the track. We know what the terrain looks like. This is the round. where we drive it home. Team, the time is not gonna stop for everyone, so let's make this time count. Seated climb. Yes. As soon as you sit down, your core automatically activates. What's next? You guessed it, stand attack. Wipe that sweat. And let's do this, team. Up. That's it. Amazing. The first half of the round goes by so fast. These types of classes are amazing training sessions. 3, 2, down. Hold on to it. So yes, these classes are amazing training sessions for on the bike as well as off the bike or on the road. These will definitely give you that advantage if you are doing those endurance rides on the road. Are we ready for the pullback? Is the pullback ready for us? Let's do it. Really try to get your butt to tap the wall behind you. Metaphorical wall if there's no wall there. Quick intervals, long blocks, goes fast, and sit. Hold on to it. This is our final climb. After this, 3 sprints, and we're done. A little warning, right? This is the chance to really set your mind, set your intentions, to try your best, and reduce. Take this time, whatever you gotta do. When you're ready, meet me in position 1. Moderate gear, between a 5 to 6, maybe a 6.5. Because 110 is an attainable pace, even for 1 minute. Put it on. Hands are wide, hips are forward. 1 minute, I'll see you on the other side. Come on, team. What kind of energy you want to bring into your life? It starts now. It starts with those positive thought patterns. You can do this. You are going to finish this. And you are going to give it your all. More than halfway. Come on, push, push, push. Don't let up. That's not what we do here on Ride with Alina. We push till the countdown. All right. Actually, leave the resistance and slow. Control. This isn't a full recovery, as you guys have noticed. Simply taking control of the breath and heart rate. Aero race. Final time here. Let's make it better than rounds 1 and 2. Right? Let's get it. Yes. Some bikes don't have anything in the middle. but they have handlebars at the bottom. So feel free to reach for the drops if your bike is manufactured that way. $30 more. Now try not to round your back and look down. I want to see your faces. Woo! 10 more. You and me. 4, 3, 2, and hold slow. Now team, our final 1 minute. This is the one that's gonna get us through the finish line. 60-second stand sprint. Put that gear on right now, please. I want everyone to put a 7 out of 10 on. It slows your legs, but you can speed up. You can definitely speed it up. Ready? 3, 2, up. All right, technique down. We know how to make it harder. Add more gear, right? Round 3 is all about your mindset. Tell yourself, this is my effort. This is my class. And I'm gonna finish on top. Come on, team. One-on-one. You versus you. Don't slow. Give me 15 more. T-minus 10. Push through. 3, 2, 1. And sit. Reduce the gear. Take this recovery. This is our round recovery. Finishing round 3. Strong on 90. Resistance 3. Take this time. Breathe. All right, into our cool down. Take the gear a little bit lower. 2 out of 10 resistance, nice and light. Still spinning on 90. We're gonna take some time to flush out the legs. All that lactic acid, lactate that we built up. Team, that was not easy. That was absolutely amazing. So when you're ready, let's push up. Give me 3 shoulder rolls to the back. Interlace your fingers, bring them up to the sky, then drop the shoulder blades back and down. Grab onto one wrist, side body stretch. Reaching over to the opposite side. And switch. Release. Bringing your ear closer to your shoulder for a neck stretch. And change. Nice quick release. Brace the core, tilt from the hip. And let's roll it out. Incrementally. Reducing the gear, staying on 90. Hopefully your breath is now under control. Let me know your thoughts on the ride. Any ride suggestions as well. Time suggestions perhaps. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss all of the future videos. All right, last minute, let's take the hands wide and spin it out. At this point in time, you should be able to comfortably talk the heart rate's down. And of course, if you need a longer cool down, feel free to stay on the bike. In 30 seconds, we're gonna hop off the bike and do some off-bike stretches to end off the recovery. Stay on it right until the finish. All right, team, and slow. Unclip, uncage, and I'll meet you at the side of your bike for some stretches. All right, so grab onto one foot or ankle for a quad stretch. Bracing the core and pushing the hips forward while keeping the knees together. And let's switch sides. Doing these static stretches will help us lengthen those muscles, assist in recovery so that we can hop back on our bikes sooner than later. All right, cross that ankle over the opposite knee for a figure four glute stretch. Sink the hips back, chest up, flexing the foot to protect our knee joint, our patellofemoral joints. And switch sides. Let me know if you guys want me to include some more anatomical stuff in my rides. I am a kinesiology student, so I got all that just swimming in the back of my mind, ready to share, as well as psychology. Take your heel into the floor for a hamstring stretch, lengthening the back of your leg, pulling the hips back for a deeper stretch, and keeping your back flat. Going into my last year, 4th year. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens next, and switch legs. All right, take your feet hip width apart, hands on your handlebars, sink the hips back. Shift to the right, and shift to your left. Bring it back to the middle, up onto your tippy toes, push away from the bike, extending the lower back, and release down. Give me one deep breath in, reach up to the sky, and exhale. Huge round of applause for all the effort today. Thank you so much for joining me on this 30-minute tempo ride. My name is Alina. Be sure to give this video a like, as well as subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next ride.